Hey guys, Mr. Luke here, and welcome to episode 2 of the FIFA 16 Valencia career mode. And this is going to be your first look at what the proper episode is going to be like. Now, episode 0 was a look at the transfers. Episode 1 was a look at the preseason. Episode 2, we finally take a look at the league matches, and we take a look at, our competitive games, which is really, really nice for us. We can finally get into it, take a look at a few more signings as well as we go through the rest of the transfer window. We'll be rounding out the transfer window, so yeah, we'll be closing this episode. Hopefully we can get a few little bargains here and there before it closes. That'd be really, really nice. Anyways, there's going to be 3 games in this episode. The first one is actually a live commentary, and that game is happening right now, so here is that game. You can see they were playing on Legendary. It's 6-minute halves, just like I do for all my career modes. Playing Legendary, I think it's the best one to do. In terms of our team lineup, it's a pretty stock standard lineup we've got that we did for the preseason, except Alves has come in. He's back from international duties, and Hector Bellerin, who we signed from Arsenal, will be coming in into the right back position. Alright, here we go. Rayo Vallecano. I don't know much about them. I'm not sure if they're a promoted side or if they've been in the La Liga for a little while. I actually don't know much about the Spanish league at all. I just know Valencia are really underachieved in real life, and hopefully will not underachieve for me around here. Fingers crossed they do a better job than Gary Neville. You can see player debuts. I don't know this Ebert guy. He's not in our team, but there you can see Bellerin, 6.5 million. What a bargain I think he is. He's 77 rated, 20 years old. His pace is through the roof. I'm very, very happy with him. You know what, I got to say, the right back that we had there, I forget his name, but he actually did a pretty good job. He wasn't too bad. It's just he was good with the ball and going forward and that sort of stuff. Defensive wise, he wasn't too great. Marking wasn't great, so wanted someone a little bit more sound in the defense, in the defensive end. Ooh, they got Bebe. Is that like Bebe, the former Man United player? I hope so. I really hope so. This formation you can see here, it's actually just the default formation that Valencia use, and I thought I'd give it a go. If I don't feel it throughout the season, I will change it. If you've seen any of my other career modes and that sort of stuff, I have no problems with changing formations regularly and just finding whatever works. And, I will drop players, I'll, buy new players, I'll do whatever's needed to get the win. There's the kickoff. The season is underway. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. Alright, here we go. Alcazar, he's a good striker. We're going to fake shot here, cut back inside. Oh, can't take him on. That's a really nice tackle there by the defenders. And he's been left down as well. I think he'll be alright. Okay, so far they're passing it around but not doing anything with it. They're kind of just passing it back and forth between themselves around the back. And I've got to say, it is very, very frustrating. And that might be a good tactic to use against me, because then I'll start diving into challenges. And I don't know, who knows what will happen. There we go, Gomes. Here we go, Gomez gets the ball. That's great. Parajo doesn't have much pace, but he should be able to do something with it. Gets to Faguli out in the wing there. What can we do? Come on, Faguli. Oh, there we go. There's Gomes. Pass it off for Perez. I thought it was going to be Alcazar there, but it's Perez. Pass it into the box. Faguli. There's good positioning for him. That's a shot. And it was blocked. Come on, get the header. Get the header. We do get the header. Parajo. Oh, he's open. Enzo Perez. Come on. Damn it. Damn. I thought that was a great opportunity. I thought our attacking was actually pretty good there. There was lots of movement, lots of players in motion, which is exactly what I want to see. And Alcazar's actually off the field. That's why he wasn't up there. I think I just saw Alcazar signal that he's no good. I thought I saw the arm go up. So that's not ideal for us. That's not ideal for us at all. Thankfully, we got Rodrigo who can play there. We also got Negredo who can come on. Maybe Negredo might be the option, considering we've been putting in a lot of crosses so far, having a lot of success up the wings. Okay, so Alcazar, he's come off, and I've actually decided to bring on Piatti. The reason for that is, I could have brought on Negredo. I just talked about it earlier. I could have brought on Negredo, but I think Piatti, it doesn't change things too early in the game, so we can just continue doing what we're doing, and then at halftime, if I do feel then that we need that bigger dude in the middle, we can go ahead and do that. We can bring off Rodrigo, we can bring off Faguli, whatever we want to do, and we can still bring on Negredo. Whereas if we bring on Negredo right now, that's us set for the rest of the game. We can't really change anything. There we go. That's good play. Gaia. Piatti cutting back in. Oh, it's a penalty! There we go. There's the penalty. That's what we wanted. 32 minutes in and we win a penalty. That's perfect. Just a matter of us putting this away, which I'm a little bit nervous about. I'm not really sure, but I think we can do it. Yep, that's a clear-cut penalty. No controversy about it at all, in my opinion. We've got a few people who can take the penalty. However, Parajo is going to step up. I think he can do the job. Come on. There we go. Parajo, the number 10, he scores. Apologies if I'm absolutely butchering the pronunciations, but that's what I'm calling him at the moment. Oh, that's a good tackle. Guy, oh, so unlucky. I thought Guy was going to grab that and, you know, go the length of the field there. Oh, Rodrigo as well, getting very close. You know what? Vallecano, they're playing with fire here. They're running it a fair bit in the midfield. They're just begging to be counted on. Oh, great tackle there by Abdenor. Track back for Faguli. That's exactly what he does. Good work, Faguli. Good thing you signed that new contract extension. Yep, Bellerin. Let's get Bellerin more involved. I think he can be great for us in attack. He's got that pace. He's blistering pace. And there we go. There's a lot of space for us. Perojo back through the... Actually, it's Gomez back through the middle. It nearly worked out great for us. I'm really, really liking the, you know, the formation of these guys. We just have players turning up everywhere, which is really, really nice. And I think we got the right players in the right position, which is really nice. And as you can see there, at half-time, it's going to be 1-0 as the whistle has sounded. And my thoughts on the half is that, like I just echoed just a few seconds ago, is that it was a very, very good half. And I'm not really sure. Obviously, we would have liked to be a few goals up. That would be ideal. But at the same time, I feel like I'm in total control of the game at the moment. And, you know, 1-0, I think it's a pretty... you know, pretty accurate representation of the game. There you can see stats at halftime. Vallecano have done nothing with the ball, although they've had more of it. But we've just been sitting back and hitting them on the counter attack, and so far so good. I think this second half I might try and build up a little bit more pressure, maybe. Hopefully we can get a little bit more possession. That'd be nice instead of trying to counter. Oh, that's not good. That's a shit pass. I don't know why it passed to him. Mustafi was not the intended target. I think Bellerin was actually the intended target, whether it didn't lock onto him for some reason. Although that's a goal kick. It was great defending from Mustafi. So good job he saved my ass, kind of, even though it's me playing. There we go. That's a good play. Piatti up the wing. Lots of space. We can take him on a little bit here. And they've taken him out. Is that a penalty? Sorry, is that a free kick? I think it is a free kick. Good job. Good job, guys. Okay, Parajo's in this one. I think we're going to try and put this one low and nice and quick. That's not the best free kick, but we nearly got a result out of it. Nearly. Bellerin. Look at that pace. Bellerin. They can't handle him. Oh, yes, they can. They decided to take him out. That's how they're going to handle him. You're going to take him out, which isn't good. You know, it's perfectly fine with me. You know, something's got to give eventually. Keep giving these yellow cards away. Someone will pick up a second. It's all good. 40 yards out. I think a bit audacious if I actually go for goal here. So we're going to pass it off to Mustafi, the centre-back. What can he do? I didn't realise it was Mustafi on the ball. Cross it in. Can't get anyone to it, but you know what? I think it was the right idea. I think there was no chance of me scoring from 40 yards out of getting a... That is a great save. That is a great save. Good work, Alves. I think Ryan could have saved that one as well. I think a lot of keepers would have saved that one, but you know what? Nonetheless, it's a good save, and welcome back, Alves. Oh, shit. I thought he was going to come out and get it, although he didn't. Now we can start the counter for Gouli. He's out there on the wing. Play it forward to Rodrigo. Hold it off. There's Faguli making a run. Just keep linking up with each other. Rodrigo. Come on, back post. Where's that back post run? Damn it. I blew it. I blew it. I blew it. Oh, man, that is poor. Come on, Gaia. Need to dribble a lot better than that. Oh, God. We got in there. We pressured them, which was good. Oh, don't let them get the ball. Thank God, Mustafi. What a boss he is. I've had a few little lapses in concentration. Just like that one yet again. This time with Gaia yet again as well. So I've really got to sort my shit out with Gaia. I'm not really playing very well using him. Okay, so I'm going to bring on Negredo into the strike position. Faguli remains on the pitch. Had a little bit of dilemma. Sort of, do I keep Rodrigo on and move him to the right wing? Do I leave Faguli on? But obviously I chose Faguli due to the fact that he's actually a right winger and he's actually better than Rodrigo. So, you know what? I think Faguli's playing good. I think we should be able to get some nice crosses into Negredo. Basically, we're just going to try and switch up the play a little bit. We've been hitting them on the counter. We've been making lots of crosses into the box, but there's been nobody there to sort of, you know, head them home or anything. We haven't really had anybody there contesting them. So hopefully Negredo, he can be that one who can get in the box there and hopefully head home a second goal. Ew, good work, Bellerin. We got caught out a little bit first up, but we recovered very, very well. Piatti, or whoever it was, just didn't want to make a run.
Moved in, trying to jostle the opponent off his stride. Perez.
Oh, we're through. Faguli, come on, Faguli! Yes! I thought we had blew it. I thought we had blew it. I wasn't sure if we could get to the ball, especially when they came in, made the challenge. I was thinking, damn it, I just blew it. Stay quiet, stay quiet. Maybe I can pretend it didn't happen, but obviously we ended up scoring, so all good. The pass, and the greatest pass wasn't great, so he's not going to claim the assist there, but I suppose he made the call to, you know, put the ball through to him, so I don't know. It wasn't necessarily a good play by myself, but it's worked out in the end, so that's the main thing. We've got that second goal. Okay, so we've got one last interchange to use. I'm going to bring on Fuego, who I believe might be the captain. We haven't actually started him. Really, in terms of the lineup, I think he's best used off the bench or as a backup. But we don't. He is the only out and out CDM that we got. Parejo, he has kind of stats for a CDM, but he's more of a deep line playmaker. In terms of defensive stuff, he's not very good. So we're going to just try and shore up that lead, the 2-0 lead. It is essential that we don't concede a goal, because I feel if we concede one, we just might be too much pressure and we might, sort of crumble and concede a second just because of it's being so early in the season and, trying to adjust to new players and that. So you never know how it's going to work out. So keeping up with us, though, Tito or whatever his name is. Back post. Oh, for Gooley. Damn, did he get ahead to it, or was that a corner? No, he didn't get ahead to it. It was actually the other dude. That's great work. That's great work. I thought that might have been a foul. Holds it up perfectly. It's Fuego. What do? We're going to shoot it ourselves there. Fuego scores off the bench. Good work. Good work. I thought maybe we'd go for the sweaty, but it kind of overran us a little bit, and I thought maybe the safer option would be just take the shot ourselves. That way we don't have to worry about the keeper coming out and getting it. And also, I did think I might have blown it with Negredo. I might have left it too long. It might have got intercepted by the defender. But, yeah, Fuego wasn't the one who I expected to be up there, but he's the one who got the job done. So 3-0 it is. What a win. There it is, full time, a 3-0 victory. I think it's very representative of the game. 1-0 at half time, turning into 3-0 by full time. The good thing for us is we didn't take the foot off the pedal, which is really, really nice early on. It kind of sets a standard for the rest of the season, I think. As you can see by the stats, we ended up really turning around that second half. We did exactly what I wanted. I talked about wanting to get a bit more possession. That's what we did. And you can just see shots on target, just shots in general, goal, everything. We dominated them. Player ratings, man of the match goes to Alves. However, I would have to say that Mustafi probably got man of the match for me. As you can see, Parejo on the bench there, he got an 8.1. I'd say he played a really, really good game. But yeah, it's hard to say an exact man of the match, but if I had to, I'd probably say Mustafi. I think he was very, very good in the centre-back position, or Parejo. Now that the first game's over and done with, we still got a few things to take care of while the transfer window is opened. And the first thing I was looking at was bringing in maybe another striker. Alexandre Pato is someone who I thought might be a great signing. He's 80 rated. He had 12 months left on his contract, and I thought, man, he might be perfect for us. He might be perfect. He could be the backup player for us. He's a little bit injury prone maybe, but at the same time, 12 months left, I thought we could get him for a decent enough price. And I am a fan of Alexandre Pato from when he was a really, really good player. Chelsea hasn't really got an opportunity, but I'd definitely give it an opportunity. Now, Ntep was someone who we put in an offer for last episode. Right at the end there, we did have her accepted. I think it was about 11.5 million. We're just looking to get the job done. Just in terms of getting the job done, I mean, get him to sign the contract. Now, looking for another centre mid. We tried to sign Storaro, but he just kept rejecting it. And another one he kept rejecting contracts was for Gooley, but he did end up signing a new contract with us, which was a bit of a surprise. You can see that they said his Twitter feed confirmed it, so I do like how they do mention Twitter on this one. But yeah, I was really happy that Gooley signed, because it meant that I didn't have to worry about the right wing position, because initially I didn't care about the right wing position. I was like, oh, all good, don't have to worry about that. But then he wasn't going to re-sign, and I was like, man, maybe we need to rush in and buy a right wing, but that isn't going to be the case anymore. But anyways, if it did come to, if it did come down to that, Niang is someone who we're going after, and we haven't got a deal done for him yet, but we're looking to get him in for a very, very cheap price. Him or Musa, I think, would be the ideal candidates. They can also play in the wing positions as well, which is really nice. They can cover all the front three, which works really, really well for us because we play a 4-3-3. You can see here, Mustafi, he actually increases to an 83 rated player, so he's starting to become one of those really elite centre backs for us. He's really, really good for us already in terms of playing lines, but the stats wise, he's starting to back it up as well. Now, Sergio Roberto, I think we had like an offer for like 6.75 million or something for him. Might even be a little bit more. We had it accepted, but we just can't get him to sign the bloody damn contract. Just sign it, mate. I don't understand why he wouldn't sign it. He's only a backup for Barcelona. He'd come to us, so I suppose he's going to come to us and be backup as well. But he doesn't know that. He doesn't know that yet. Anyways, in Niang, we had an offer accepted for about 2.25 million, something on the lines of that, a little bit over 2 million. And we're looking to sign him up right now. We also had the offer accepted for Musa as well, so I think that was about 6 million, something like that, 6.5 million for Musa. So at that stage, we're sort of just looking to get them to accept, and then we'll pick at a later date which one we want. But what we are going to do right now is accept Paul George's Ntep, our first big name signing for us. Now, I'm very, very happy with him. Actually, he's not our first big name signing. Bellerin signed. First big name signing for this episode, but you can see that his stats are incredible. The only thing is he's got the injury prone trait as well. So that is a little bit of a worry, but I think we should be able to keep him fit. As long as we keep him fit, he should be very, very good. He's 23 years old. He's got great height. He's got great, like, acceleration, everything about him looks like he's going to be a phenomenal player to use. So that's why I was so keen to get him in. I was very, very keen. But you can see there, Musa turned down the contract while Niang, he accepted straight away, and he was accepting for less than what Musa wanted. So I thought it's a no-brainer. Let's get in Mbai Niang. He seems to be a bit of a favourite for a crew mode. He seems to be able to get him for a very cheap price for some reason. I don't know why he goes for so cheap. He went for cheap on the last FIFA as well, but 2.2 million for a player of his caliber. He's got 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. He's got the perfect work rates. He can also play on the left wing and at a stretch to the right wing as well. So, you know what? He seems like a really, really good player. 20 years old. I signed him on Football Manager back in the day, and he was very, very good in that. I'm expecting him to be very, very good in this and progress pretty well. I expect him to get maybe in the mid-80s if we train him up a little bit. But yeah, I'm just very, very happy with the signings that we've made, and Tep and Yang this episode. Now, coming into the next game, before we get into the next game, we're going to look at who's going to be going away for international duty. So there was a lot of them. And you can see Matty Ryan, he actually wants to play. We haven't played him a lot this season. I am trying to groom him into the role to take over from Alves, because Alves, let's be honest, he's an old dude, but he's got a few years left in him probably, and eventually we'll probably look to sell him on. I think he did have some offers for him already, but we've turned them down so far. But you can see the line that we had there. Matty Ryan is playing in this game, but it is Deportivo. I don't know a hell of a lot about them, but I know they're sort of a decent side, I think. But in terms of our lineup, it is a pretty strong lineup. No Alcazar up front, but yeah, in terms of the rest of the lineup, it is very, very strong. Now, looking at the Deportivo lineup, the only player I know is Luis Alberto because obviously he plays at Liverpool, and I think Catavia, on Jonas Gutierrez as well, but Catavia, I think he might actually be on loan from us. I'm not really sure exactly. For some reason, I recognise his name. But you see there, the first corner actually was a pretty decent one. The second one was from Abdenor. They stopped what would have been a world-class goal at Abdenor with the bicycle kick, but they did block it. But I was really surprised when Abdenor actually went for the bicycle kick instead of just a normal volley. But it is Entep's first game for us, and he's looking to make an immediate impact there. He takes on that player, he beats him, he's looking to get a shot off, and he does eventually get a shot off. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a touch from them, which sort of put me off when I was going to make the shot. So basically I went to go take the shot, and then they touched it, and then I just kept spamming the tackle button, which also led to shooting as well. So, you know, we were lucky that we even got a shot off at all, but it was 0-0 at half-time, looking to open up the scoring straight away in the second half, and Entep sets up that player right there. I think it was Faguli actually who ends up scoring it. Got in a great position there. It was Faguli. You see here, that's his second goal in the BBVA, but that was all Entep. He had a really, really good game so far. You see we're 71 minutes in, and you know we're still not looking to let up. You see Enzo Perez looking to link up with Parajo, or Parajo as I've been told how to actually pronounce it. So apologies for butchering the pronunciations. Once again, you're gonna have that from time to time with me not actually being Spanish and not really being familiar with a lot of these players. But you can see there we did bring on Fuego. We also bring on Piatti. I think Fuego might have actually started. I can't remember. But one player we did take off was Entep. I knew he was injury prone. Plus, this is his first game. We want to give Piatti a little bit of chance as well. We have signed Entep, but it doesn't mean I don't have plans for the rest of those left wingers. But yeah, Entep, he did the damage first up. You can see here we're looking to go on with it in the last few minutes. It is Parajo. He takes a shot and puts it way over the bar there. And it doesn't look like we're going to score a second goal here. But can Deportivo do it? Yes, they can. Absolute heartbreak for me. It was so annoying because the games we've lost, they've all been from like chances like that. Just long bombs up the field in the 90th minute, and they just either head it on or just first time it and roof it into the top of the net. But yeah, there's nothing we could have really done to defend that. I mean, they just literally got the ball, like, I think it might have even been a first time cross. But I mean, the stats say we dominated that game. We probably weren't fortunate not to get a second goal. That would have been really, really nice for us just to get that second goal. But unfortunately it didn't happen for us. And Rodrigo and Negredo maybe showing how much we're missing Alcazar. Alcazar was really, really good for us so far. But yeah, we need Alcazar to be fit and firing at all times. But Matty Ryan, he did come to us and say he's felt like he was in really good form. So thanks for playing me, boss. And I said, no worries, Matty Ryan, you're the future of this club, in my opinion. Anyways, it is transfer deadline day. If you didn't realise at the time, you can see on there 10 hours left. So basically, we're just going to be trying to get a few little deals done obviously the Roberto one, Storaro as well. I mean, we haven't offered for Storaro in a while, but he's definitely still on the agenda because this Roberto guy just will not sign. So I thought we'll go on for a last-ditch attempt with Storaro. We'll offer him important first-team player. I don't really plan on having him as an important first-team player, but if that's what gets the job done, that's what gets the job done. If I have to lie about it, I'm going to lie about it. Anyways, I did get both of them to accept, funnily enough, at the same time. So I was like, oh shit, who do I pick now? Do I pick the Spanish guy or do I pick Storaro? Now, at the time, I didn't have plans on bringing the Juventus career mode back, and I knew Storaro was a pretty solid player, and he had really, really good stats. So I thought, let's just bring in Storaro. I'm not going to get to use him in the Juventus one. Little did I know that we're going to bring the Juventus one back. So we got Storaro in both the career modes, but you can see there his stats are phenomenal. The only problem with him, his finishing isn't the greatest, but I'm not really expecting him to be one-on-one with the goalkeeper too often, so we don't have to worry about that. He can play in the CDM position as well, but he also has some great attacking stats as well. So I'm very, very happy with his signing. And then another late offer, I think it was like 1 hour to go, and there's Paraho. He's played very, very good for us. They actually offered more than what they suggested for it. I think it was like 26.5 is what they said, oh, you should ask for. And they actually offered something in the range of like 29 million. So we could have got a hell of a lot for him, but he's too important to the team for me. Like, we could have got rid of him, but then what? Who do we sign then? I know we brought in Storaro, but it doesn't really compare to how Paraho is playing right now. Now, there was a training injury. It is only to Nacho Gil or whatever you want to pronounce it. I'm not really too concerned with that one. It's not really a big injury for me. But yeah, I'm lucky it was him and not Perez or someone. I don't even know where that Hill plays. But yeah, moving into the last game of the episode, we're taking on Sporting Gijon. I'm not sure the exact pronunciations, but we are playing an away game, so we had to travel to there. So the lads are probably a little bit tired. But you can see Alcazar back in the lineup after missing the last game. I think it was just due to tiredness for the last one. But yeah, he was very, very crucial for us. He does get the job done when we need him to get the job done most. So I was pretty happy to see him back in the lineup. The Grado, I honestly would have sold him if it was up to me, but he's only new to the club, so we can't do it at this stage. But there is the lineup for our game, or for this game I should say. Matty Ryan back of the bench, Alvarez into the starting lineup, and this is the strongest lineup we can put out in my opinion. So Paraho, he crosses it into Antep, and Antep can't quite get his head onto it. He's a tallish winger, but he couldn't get his head onto that one, but it was a pretty nice cross. Like, the keeper only just got there. Now we are looking to go on the counter-attack here. This is what's so good about our side, I think. Enzo Perez, Andre Gomez, they do press quite a lot, and they are quite sound defensively as well as being great attacking. So they're kind of good all-rounders. And as you can see there, Enzo does it at the other end as well. He won us the ball, he started the counter-attack, and he finished the counter-attack as well. So that's his first goal in the BBVA for us this season. Hopefully he can score quite a few more. He actually isn't like, as we've seen before, that Fuego dude is actually rated one better than him, but Enzo Perez is one of my favourite players to use on FIFA. I used him in Ultimate Team, and I'm definitely planning on using him a lot in this season. Now, that was an absolutely brilliant tackle. I think it might have been Gaia who came up with the tackle, but I don't care who it was. It was just a great tackle nonetheless. And Alcazar, the man I was talking about before, being so crucial to our side, he ends up scoring. It was Antep who got the pass to him. Not that it was like a super tough pass or anything, but I thought it was just nice to note that it was Antep getting what is his second assist. So he's just raking up all those assists. It'd be nice if he can actually score a goal of his own. But it's Paraho, gets the ball to Gomez here. Gomez takes a shot, and that's a brilliant save by the keeper. I thought that one was going in. Maybe it was going over the bar, maybe. That's the only question mark about that one. But yeah, you can see Gijon, or whatever the name is, they are starting to mount a few chances of their own. Right here, the volley, we really should have cleared it the first time, but they did get a chance there. Maybe should have done a lot better, well, they probably should have done a lot better than what they did, but it is Gomez looking to find Alcazar to score his second goal, which he does. It is 3-0 down, 3-0 now, I should say, and that is game, set, and match right there. Alcazar scores his second goal in the BBVA. Now, I thought he might have already scored this season, but obviously not. But he's scoring now, which is really, really nice. Now we're looking for the fourth goal here. Gomez picks it up in the midfield. Antep, can he score his first goal for the club? He sure can. That was very cool, calm and collected right there, and that was a nice little pass from Gomez. I wasn't sure if I was going to stuff it up. I thought the player running in the middle might have stuffed things up a little bit, but he didn't. He actually probably made things a little bit better. Distracted the keeper a little bit more, but a 4-0 win. We're starting to find our feet. Well, we're not starting to find our feet. We have found our feet. We are absolutely dominating teams. We're crushing teams at the moment. You can see they had actually more shots, which is surprising considering we won 4-0. But you know what? It's you got to take your chances when they come, and that's exactly what we did. So yeah, man of the match. I don't know who got it. Must have been their keeper, but terms of us, like, it could have been anybody. It could have been anybody. We played that good. But you can see there, after 3 games in the BBVA, we find ourselves on top of the table there. Pretty comfortable at the moment, though we've only, we've only played 3 games, but nonetheless, top of the table, that's pretty nice. Anyways, if you did happen to enjoy the episode, make sure you go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. You can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Luke on YT is my Twitter handle. Facebook page is in the description below. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Bye guys.